Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with a statement that has redefined success in the digital age. Chasing digital noise might make you visible, but true self-education will make you a fortune. Let that sink in. Think about it. Our online systems are designed to prepare us for the attention economy, but only at a surface level. They teach you how to follow algorithms, yes. They show you how to copy viral trends, yes. But rarely do they teach you how to build lasting value, how to find your authentic voice, or how to control your own creative destiny. The endless scroll often trains you to fit into a template, to work for validation, to follow the crowd, and to meet expectations set by everyone else. Today, let's explore the deep and life-changing wisdom of Jim Rohn, as I recall the moments he shared these truths with me. Self-education in this new world is entirely different. It is what you teach yourself after the laptop closes. It's the knowledge you seek out in books, in mentors, in deep conversations, and in your own applied experiences. Wealth in the digital age is not handed out in viral videos. It is written into the habits of those who hunger to know more, to go deeper. It is learned by those who make the decision to keep learning long after the online course is done. That's the great difference. The digital noise can prepare you to survive, but this kind of self-education prepares you to thrive. I remember a young entrepreneur, let's call him Alex. At 25, he was digitally successful. He had followers, he had engagement, he had the metrics. But behind the scenes, he was broke, deeply discouraged, and suffocating under a pile of digital anxiety. His small home office wasn't the clean, minimalist space influencers showed. It was a cave. The air was thick with the scent of stale coffee and the metallic tang of stress. The only light, often past 2 a.m., was the harsh blue glare from his multiple monitors, reflecting off his tired, strained eyes. The sound of notifications, the pings and swooshes from a dozen different apps, echoed in the silence, not as sounds of opportunity, but as a constant demanding siren, a chorus of digital masters demanding his attention. He lived in a state of perpetual FOMO, fear of missing out. He had convinced himself that the world, or at least the algorithm, was against him. He'd see a 19-year-old on TikTok achieve overnight success, and his stomach would clench in a knot of envy and despair. "Why not me?" he'd mutter, the clicks of his mouse growing more frantic. He didn't have special connections to big influencers, and every failed post, every video with depressingly low views felt like a personal indictment, proof that maybe this online success was for other people, not for him. He was trapped in the comparison game, his self-worth tied directly to the analytics dashboard he refreshed 30 times an hour. He was circling in self-pity and accelerating toward complete burnout, a casualty of the very attention economy he was trying to conquer. He could have stayed there. He could have pivoted to another trend, bought another guaranteed success course, or simply quit, his dreams dissolving into a bitter tweet about how the game was rigged. But something remarkable happened during a coaching call I had with him. He was explaining frantically why his new funnel wasn't working, blaming the software, the ad costs, the low quality of the audience. He was breathless with excuses. I let him finish. And then, in the silence, I shared a lesson I learned from my time alongside Jim Rohn. I looked him right in the camera, letting the gravity of the moment settle, and said, "Alex, if you want things to change, you have to change." He stared back, stunned. The frantic energy vanished, replaced by a sudden, confused stillness. "What do you mean?" he asked. "I am changing. I change my strategy every week." "No," I replied gently. "You're changing your tactics." You aren't changing you. If you want your online business to get better, I continued, you must get better. In that moment, it hit him like a thunderbolt. The algorithm wasn't holding him back. The competition wasn't holding him back. FOMO wasn't holding him back. The real obstacle was him, his frantic, unfocused, validation-seeking self. He realized, in that painful instant, that his income would never exceed his personal development. If he wanted a brighter tomorrow, he had to sharpen the man he was today. That was the moment Alex began the most important journey of his life, the journey of self-education, not for metrics, but for mastery. Now, let's be completely honest here, because this is where most people get it wrong. Becoming self-educated in the digital age is not about hiding yourself behind a wall of monitors, consuming endless tutorials. It's not about binge-watching motivational videos until your eyes glaze over. It's not about subscribing to every guru's newsletter or having a digital library folder on your hard drive overflowing with unread courses and PDFs. That isn't self-education. That's just a more productive form of procrastination. It's digital gluttony. It's mistaking the consumption of information for the act of transformation. No, this self-education is something far more powerful. It is the deliberate, intentional study of the principles that govern real value and lasting achievement. It's about picking up a book and asking yourself, how can I use one idea from this today to change my results, to serve my audience better? It's about attending a webinar and listening not just with your ears, but with your life, ready to implement one change. Wealth, my friends, is not a riddle reserved for the lucky few who go viral. It is a formula. And that formula has been written down in books for centuries. It has been spoken in lectures by people who have achieved it, and it has been demonstrated in the very lives of men and women who started with nothing, no followers, no audience, and ended with everything. The question is, never does the formula exist. The question is, will you humble yourself enough to turn off the noise, stop consuming, and actually learn it? Here's a truth that turned Alex's life upside down. The marketplace does not reward need, it rewards value. Your feed, your audience, your clients, they do not reward your desperate need for validation. They reward the value you provide. You can need clients desperately. You can hope for engagement, pray for a viral hit, even cry over your analytics, as Alex did. You can post, "I'm having a sale," or "buy my stuff," with trembling fingers. But if you have not increased your value, the marketplace will scroll right past you. The digital world is ruthless in its indifference to your needs. It is magnificently responsive to your value. So the question became, how do I increase my value in a world that is obsessed with volume and noise? The answer was crystal clear: through self-education, by sharpening his mind, not just his marketing, by expanding his knowledge of his craft, not just his knowledge of trends, by practicing one core skill, not chasing 10 new platforms, by elevating the way he thinks. Every single loyal follower he ever earned, every single high-ticket client he ever signed, was nothing more than the marketplace saying, "Alex, you've become more valuable." And when that light came on in his head, he stopped blaming the algorithm for his condition and started working on him. That's when wealth stopped being some distant dream of a 100K followers plaque and started becoming a very real, tangible possibility. The journey to wealth and freedom always begins with one bold decision. The decision to take full responsibility for your life, and especially for your digital consumption. It's the moment you stop. You stop blaming the shadow ban. You stop saying, "I didn't get the right mentor," or "I didn't join the right platform," or "I don't have the right gear." Alex was convinced his camera was the problem. He'd spend hours researching lenses, believing that a different f-stop was the barrier between him and success. He was wrong. Those may be the facts of your past, the tools in your office, but they are not the determinants of your future. Success doesn't ask about your follower count. It doesn't ask about your gear. It only asks, what seed are you planting today? As Jim Rohn inspired me by saying, it doesn't matter which way the wind is blowing. What matters is the set of the sail. The wind of the algorithm blows on everyone. Why do some thrive and others fail? The set of the sail. Think of your online presence as soil. The algorithm doesn't care if you're rich or poor, new or established. It only responds to the seed you place into it and the care you give that seed. Chasing trends is planting weeds. Self-education in value is planting the seed. And if you water it with discipline, nurture it with persistence, and protect it with focus, the harvest it produces will absolutely astonish you. Wealth is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of planting and tending to the right seed. Now, let me give you something very practical, because I know what Alex was thinking and what many of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but where do I start? That's the number one question. The digital world is a buffet of overwhelm. There are thousands of gurus, countless online courses, flashing banners promising the 3 secrets to 7 figures, and more voices offering conflicting advice than you can ever listen to. Your inbox is a war zone. Your feed is a minefield of distractions. It's overwhelming. So, where do you begin? My answer has always been the same, echoing the wisdom I gleaned from my friend Jim Rohn. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't feel that you need to devour an entire digital library in 1 week. Just begin. Begin with 1 or 2 powerful books that can spark the flame of learning inside of you. Think of these books not as mere collections of pages, but as tickets out of the noise and into a world of wealth and wisdom. One great book, studied with care, applied with diligence, can change the entire direction of your life. So don't worry about reading everything. Worry about finding the right things to read first. The first book I always recommend to any entrepreneur drowning in the digital noise is Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Don't let the simple title deceive you. This book is not simply about doing less or about digital detox. It is about reshaping the very mindset you carry into every area of your life. In an age where everyone tells you to do more, post more, be everywhere, hustle harder, this book gives you the profound courage to do only what is essential. It is the modern equivalent of Napoleon Hill's definiteness of purpose. It teaches you to identify the trivial many, the endless scrolling, the pointless meetings, the collaborations that go nowhere, and eliminate them so you can focus on the vital few. If you take this book seriously, if you study it line by line and apply it with sincerity, it will begin to rewire your entire thinking process. It will challenge the way you see your opportunities, your social media habits, and your future. It is more than a book. It is a manual for creating wealth from the inside out by protecting your focus, which is your single greatest asset in this economy. One of the most powerful lessons from Essentialism is this: if it isn't a clear yes, then it's a clear no. No more maybes, no more I should. Think of desire as the spark, faith as the fuel, and essentialism as the filter. It forces you to define your purpose. Without purpose, you are just a content creator drifting in the sea of trends. With purpose, every post, every video, every email pushes you closer to your destination. When Alex first read this, it shook him to the core. I remember him telling me he put the book down and asked himself questions he had never dared to ask. What is my definite purpose? What am I really chasing? Am I just trading my mental health for engagement, Or am I building a life of meaning and abundance? For the first time, he realized he'd been living on autopilot, working hard, but without direction, chasing everything and catching nothing. He was a hamster on a digital wheel, running faster and faster and staying in the same place. That book forced him to stop and think deeply about his true goals. And once he defined them, everything changed. He deleted half the apps on his phone. The silence was deafening at first, then beautiful. He said no to collaborations that didn't align. He stopped being content with a like and started focusing on building a fortune of real value. But it wasn't easy. For 3 months, Alex didn't sleep more than 4 or 5 hours a night. He was retraining his brain. He was applying the vital few. He chose one skill to master, public speaking for video, and focused on one platform. His audience dropped at first. He received critical comments. "Where are the old videos? You're not fun anymore. Look at this guy trying to be a guru, sold out." It was humiliating. He felt like a failure. He was doing the right thing, and the metrics were punishing him for it. This is the test. This is the valley every entrepreneur must cross. He wanted to quit, to go back to the junk food content that got easy likes. But he persisted. And that shift, from just being busy to actually building, was the single most important turning point of his financial life. But let me give you a warning here. The same one I gave Alex. Reading alone will not change your life. You can stack your shelves or fill your Kindle with every great book ever written. But if all they do is gather digital dust, your life will remain exactly the same. Knowledge without action is like a seed left in the package. It has the potential to grow into something incredible, but it never will unless you plant it and nurture it. If this lesson speaks to you, if you've ever been trapped by this, write in the comments, "Action over theory." So, as you read Essentialism, don't just underline the words, take notes. Write down the ideas, translate them into commitments, create action steps. For Alex, it meant unsubscribing from 50 email lists and focusing on that one skill for 3 months. Put them into practice immediately. Don't just read about Essentialism. Live it, breathe it, apply it daily. Only then will the book move from being words on a page to becoming results in your life. Now let's move on to the second book, and this one perfectly complements the first. The next book I urge you to read is Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Unlike Essentialism, which is about internal focus, this book is about external generosity. Don't let its simplicity fool you. This little book teaches you how to share your process in a way that builds trust and authority. It's the modern-day answer to The Richest Man in Babylon. In Babylon, the lesson was, a part of all you earn is yours to keep. In the digital age, the lesson is, a part of all you learn is yours to share. This little book has guided millions toward building an audience authentically. It reveals that financial success online is not about complex funnels or secret marketing hacks. It is about universal principles of human connection that have worked for thousands of years and will work for you, too. When Alex first encountered this book, he was astonished by how practical it was. It gave him the kind of audience-building education that no guru had ever attempted to teach. One of the core lessons is to stop waiting to be a genius and simply be a scenius, someone who contributes to the scene, who shares what they are learning as they learn it. At first, it sounds too simple. But the truth is, most aspiring entrepreneurs hide. They wait until their product is perfect. They wait until they feel ready. They are terrified of criticism, so they post nothing, or they post polished fake versions of themselves that connect with no one. This single principle changed Alex's entire outlook. Before he was an expert, before he had the perfect website, he learned to share his process. He shared his struggles with essentialism. He shared the before and after of his focused work. He documented his journey of learning that one new skill. And then, a catastrophe. He had a digital partner, someone he'd met in a forum and collaborated with. Alex, in the spirit of showing his work, shared his entire framework, his new essentialist approach to his niche. 3 weeks later, the unthinkable happened. His partner vanished. Then Alex saw it. A new Instagram ad. His partner had launched Alex's exact idea, repackaged with slick graphics and a catchy name. The betrayal was visceral. It felt like a punch to the gut. The humiliation was public. Comments appeared. "Hey, isn't this what you were talking about? He did it better." "You got ripped off, man. Too slow." Alex was devastated. He was being punished for his own generosity. He called me, furious and heartbroken. "This is what I get," he said, his voice cracking. "This is what I get for being authentic. Jim Rohn's ideas are old. They don't work. Generosity is for fools." I let him vent. Then I asked him, "Did the partner steal your idea, or did he steal your process? Did he steal your failures? Did he steal your growth? Did he steal your voice?" There was a long silence. "No," Alex admitted. "He just stole the product." "Exactly," I said. "He stole the shell, but you are the engine. Now, go show them." And let me tell you, the discipline of sharing your process transforms your life, not just financially, but mentally. It gives you a sense of connection, of dignity, of building something bigger than just a personal brand. That is the foundation of digital wealth. Another timeless principle Cleon shares is to be an amateur. The amateur is motivated by love and curiosity, not by fame and fortune. When Alex stopped trying to be a polished guru, which his partner was now pretending to be, and started sharing his genuine, painful process, including the story of his betrayal, he attracted people who, like him, were tired of the noise and hungry for authenticity. Instead of buying followers, he began channeling his energy into creating value that attracted a community. And here's the beauty: you don't need millions of followers to start. Even sharing your process with a small audience can be put to work. Over time, those little streams of authenticity become rivers of trust. Wealth, you see, is not about how big your audience is. It's about how well you manage and grow the trust you earn. Now you may wonder, why do you recommend these two books together? The answer is simple: because they complement each other perfectly. They are the operating system for the modern entrepreneur. Greg McKeown's Essentialism works on the inside. It is your firewall. It transforms your mindset, your psychology, your focus. It teaches you to dream big by filtering out the noise, to set a definite purpose. It builds the value. But Austin Kleon's Show Your Work works on the outside. It is your application. It gives you the mechanics, the nuts and bolts of sharing that focused work with generosity and building a community around it. One teaches you how to think with value. The other teaches you how to live with value. One will give you the fire in your spirit. The other will give you the tools in your hands. Together, they form a complete foundation for wealth building in the modern age. If you study them seriously, not casually, they will become a compass guiding you toward financial independence and personal greatness. That is why I never recommend one without the other. And let me tell you something about Alex. Once he got serious about this new form of self-education, his life began to change so quickly it almost frightened him. After the betrayal, he doubled down. He showed his work. He showed his failures. He showed his study. He became a beacon of authenticity in a sea of fakes. His reputation began to grow, slowly at first, then with unstoppable momentum. And then, the climax. A CEO from a major international company, someone who had been silently following Alex's journey for 6 months, who had seen the betrayal and, more importantly, had seen Alex's response to it, sent him an email. It wasn't a collab request. It was a contract. A 6-figure contract to train her entire executive team on essentialist leadership. And then, like a bolt splitting the sky, the truth hit Alex. The pain wasn't punishment, it was school. The criticism wasn't hurt, it was protection. The betrayal wasn't a loss, it was a filter. It had filtered out the partner, and it had filtered in the exact client he was born to serve. He called me, but this time his voice wasn't frantic or broken. It was calm, reverent. "It happened," he said. "The formula works." Within just a few years, he went from being a broke, anxious entrepreneur chasing trends, living with frustration and FOMO, to becoming a respected, sought-after leader in his niche. Imagine that transformation. What changed? Not the algorithm, not the platform, not his competitors. What changed was Alex. He became a student of value, a student of focus, and eventually a practitioner of the principles he had studied. His self-education elevated him into a different league of results. And here's the amazing truth. The principles he used are the same ones available to anyone willing to learn. That means you too can create the same transformation. The door of wealth does not have a lock, it has a handle. And self-education is the key that turns it. But remember, this self-education is not just about money, it's about freedom. True, glorious freedom. When you educate yourself in this way, you no longer wait for the algorithm to bless you. You no longer depend on the system to hand you opportunities. You build your own doors. You carve your own opportunities. You shape your own destiny. That is true power. Self-education frees you from the limits of your feed and empowers you to design your future. It gives you the ability to say, "I don't have to accept life as it is. I can make life as I want it to be." That's what wealth is really about, my friends. Not just dollars or followers, but choices and independence. It's the freedom to wake up and feel the sun on your face, to take a walk in the park on a Tuesday morning, your phone turned off, left in the car, because you are no longer a slave to the notification bell. It's the freedom to live where you want, to give how you want, to spend your days how you want, free from the crushing anxiety of the digital noise. And the path to that freedom is paved not with luck or viral hits, but with learning. Now let me clarify something. Self-education does not mean isolation. You don't have to figure out everything by yourself. In fact, the fastest way to grow is to learn from others. Read biographies of great leaders, listen to lectures from experts, and surround yourself with people who know more than you do. As Jim Rohn always made it a point to remind us, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is dangerously true in the digital age. If you spend your days in digital circles, in group chats and Discord servers filled with complainers and trend chasers, guess what? You'll end up complaining and chasing. Their anxiety becomes your anxiety. Their excuses become your excuses. If you surround yourself with achievers, dreamers and learners, people of value, their energy will pull you upward. Their standards will become your standards. Choose your digital associations wisely. Curate your feed as ruthlessly as you curate your goals. Make it your mission to constantly associate with people who stretch your thinking, who challenge your limits, who inspire you to keep learning. Self-education is not a solo journey. It is a collective climb supported by the wisdom of those who walk the path before you. Another powerful insight. Don't just read books about marketing or social media. That's a common trap. Money alone will not make you truly wealthy. Read about philosophy to shape your thinking. Read about character to strengthen your integrity. Read about leadership to learn how to influence and inspire others. Wealth, after all, is not just about cash. It is about wisdom, influence, and impact. The more well-rounded your education, the greater the value you bring to the marketplace. A man who only knows marketing may make a living, but a man who knows life makes a fortune. When you broaden your self-education to include history, philosophy, spirituality, relationships, and human behavior, you are no longer just preparing yourself for a paycheck. You are preparing yourself for a legacy. That is the difference between being viral and being wealthy. Viral is about money, wealth is about wisdom, and wisdom comes from a wide education. Now let's talk about a bridge called discipline. Discipline is what connects self-education to real success. You see, it is easy to read a book once, feel inspired, post a quote about it, and then put it back on the shelf to collect dust. That's not discipline. That's dabbling. That's performance. Discipline means studying a book deeply, revisiting it, extracting every lesson. Discipline means saying no to a dozen trivial opportunities, even when it's hard, even when it means disappointing someone. Discipline means sharing your process every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when only 5 people see it. Discipline means applying one new idea consistently until it bears fruit. Discipline in the modern age is the courage to be bored. It's the discipline to not check your stats for 24 hours, the discipline to turn off notifications, the discipline to do the deep work when the shallow work is calling your name. Small disciplines practiced daily may not look impressive at first, but over time they compound into extraordinary results. Just as interest multiplies money, discipline multiplies success. If you commit to a little discipline every day, 30 minutes of reading, one essential task completed, one piece of your process shared, your life will begin to expand in ways you cannot imagine. So, here is my challenge to you. Commit to becoming self-educated starting today. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until the bills are lighter, until you feel ready, or until someone gives you permission. Start now. Success does not come to the most talented or the most privileged. It comes to the most prepared. And preparation begins with learning. Self-education is the daily sharpening of your mind, the daily stretching of your vision, the daily investment in your personal growth. Think of it like exercise. You don't get strong from one day in the gym. You get strong from showing up every day. The same is true for the mind. Make self-education a habit, not a hobby. Make it the backbone of your future, because once you begin, you'll discover that knowledge is not just power, it is profit. So here is your starting point. Pick up Essentialism. Pick up Show Your Work. Don't just skim through them. Study them. Digest them. Live them. Let them challenge you. Let them change you. Write down the lessons. Create action plans. Apply the principles in your daily life. Then let these 2 books spark a hunger for more. Once you finish them, don't stop. Read another book. Attend another seminar. Listen to another mentor. Have another conversation with someone wiser than you. Make self-education not just an occasional burst of inspiration, but a lifelong lifestyle. Let every day become an opportunity to add another layer of wisdom, another tool to your toolbox, another brick to the foundation of your fortune. That's how great lives are built. One book, one lesson, one discipline at a time. Alex is now himself a mentor. He passes these lessons on, not as theory, but as lived experience. He is building a legacy, one that will outlast any algorithm. And let me close with this reminder, my friends. Your follower count is not the true measure of your potential. It is simply a reflection of the knowledge you've gathered and applied so far. If you don't like the numbers you see, don't curse the algorithm. Change your input. The day you commit to self-education is the day your wealth journey truly begins. Don't just wish for wealth. Don't just pray for success. Become a student of it. Study it. Practice it. Live it. Because success, like a garden, doesn't grow by accident. It grows when cultivated with care. And if you stay on this path, if you make self-education a way of life, I promise you your results will astonish you. Your family will be blessed, your influence will grow, and your life will never be the same again. The fortune you are looking for is not out there somewhere. It is waiting inside. The books, the lessons, and the disciplines you are willing to embrace. I'm grateful you spent this time reflecting on Jim Rohn's teachings with me. Let them guide your growth. Hit subscribe to stay motivated and comment your favorite takeaway.